And we are back. Let's jump into Saturday. Sorry, Joe. I don't think Washington plays on Saturday, so they will not be the second game. But you know who does play on Saturday? The Baltimore Ravens,
Yes,
who
they
are nine
do.
and four, traveling into the Cleveland Browns, 5-8. They're going to be wearing white face masks. They should be wearing black
Ooh.
for the funeral, their funeral. I'm going to take the Ravens.
Yeah, you're not going to like my take on this game.
Do you know what the spread is currently, by the way?
I do not. I'm phoneless at the moment.
Oh boy.
Browns.
Ravens are 3-point dogs on the road, over under 38. And I really do like the Ravens, especially now that Huntley's playing. I don't really understand that. I think they can run the ball in a bad run defense. Cleveland's done nothing offensively in the first 8 quarters of Deshaun Watson's Cleveland Browns career. They have one offensive touchdown. Yeah, I mean, I just think they're a better team. There's something about like I don't think the Ravens are gonna make a deep playoff run, but there was something about that last game in Pittsburgh. There's different energy. I think they come to play here and they win this game. Fantasy options. Ooh, we talked about it last episode. Mark Andrews is scary.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, Chubb, Mari Cooper. I'm sitting him this week. Yeah, man, maybe DPJ is not a bad flex option here. I don't know. I
Yeah, I
mean,
think
you
he's
guys give me your
definitely in.
takes. I'm
I got
kind of
to
I,
fading Andrews and kind of everybody.
I got to imagine this line's going to change with the news that Huntley's going to play. I just don't see Browns -3 being a thing. If you're like Joey said last episode, if you have Mark Andrews, you're going to play him. Who are you pivoting? Unless you somehow maybe you got Njoku mid-season or something like that. I feel like he's probably easily the best guy you got. Uh, what's his name on Titans, the rookie that you just
Chig.
grabbed, Joe? Yeah, you going Chig or Manders?
I mean, fuck, I don't know.
Fuck, I don't know. Yeah, I mean,
uh,
it's tough. Who they have
it's
this week?
tough.
The Titans. Do we know his matchup?
The
I can find it.
Chargers
Yeah, I mean
coming from the dome.
that's interesting. I don't
I still
know.
want to do. I
I guess
still
you got to
really want to
play
do a
Andrews.
segment.
I
Yeah,
think I
I
think
think
at
you
the end
play
of the
Mark
day, and I
Andrews.
was being a little dramatic last time, but at the end of the day, you're gonna live and die unless you have like a real solid option. You're gonna have to live and die with Andrews because if you get
Yeah,
beat and Andrews has a good day, you will never forgive yourself. You know what
Right.
I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
I'll give my take quick. I did not know this line, and that actually makes me dislike my own thoughts on this a little bit because the Browns being favored is surprising. But I was actually going to call my shot on a Deshaun Watson. He's back, breakout game. The Browns win this one. The line definitely makes me second guess myself a little bit just because I am surprised. I thought
I,
I was going to be calling this for an underdog,
I will
but
say it's down to 2.5
Yeah, it's gonna
live.
keep moving.
yeah, I
I
think
bet
it
it's gonna
probably
keep moving.
will. But I'm actually on the Browns here. I think no hate to your Ravens, Sony, but I do think the Browns are going to win this game. I think the running game has been lackluster recently. I think that gets a bounce back. I think Deshaun Watson starts to connect a little bit more with his receivers and David Njoku as well. And I think their offense gets it going a little bit. I think the Browns.
I don't know if I like the Ravens to win, but I do like them at +3 or +2.5 to be in a close game. So I'm going to go with Ravens, whatever the plus is.
Colts at the Vikings is the 1 o'clock game on Saturday. 4-8-1 Indianapolis against 10-3 Minnesota. By the way, Vivid Seats tickets those $30 this game if you guys are interested.
Dang.
The Vikings are -4, over under 47.5. Interesting because they do have a good secondary defense, the Colts do, but obviously you're going to play Justin Jefferson. I think Adam Thielen is streamable. TJ Hawkinson, obviously. Dalvin Cook, we talked about a while ago. You're going to play him, but man, has he been disappointing no matter what
Yeah.
his like running back standing is, whether it's running back 10. I don't know if he went down from last week, but whatever. For the Colts, I mean, Taylor. Actually, I think Michael Pittman's a good start this week. This is a bad secondary. I really
Yep.
do like
Yeah.
Michael Pittman.
I like
Yeah.
Michael Pittman a lot too. If I did real starts and sits, Michael Pittman would have definitely been at least an option for my starts, just because the secondary in Minnesota just bleeds fantasy points, and I think Matt Ryan is competent enough to kind of connect with Michael Pittman to have a big week. I don't really think anybody else is in play on the Colts side. You already mentioned Taylor, and I just think that the Vikings are the better team here. I know that they've had a lot of close games, but I think the Vikings are the better team, so I'm going there.
I actually think I mean it's the playoffs, so maybe not, but if you do daily fantasy, something like that, Matt Ryan is not a bad option here. The
I thought you were
Vikings
going to say Jelani Woods.
the Vikings bleed yards. They've given up over 450 yards in 4 of their last 5 games. Matt Ryan can throw all over this team. I know he's old and washed and needs to go play freaking shuffleboard at the old person's
You're
home, but
old.
you know,
You're old. Yeah, I think I'll ride with the Vikings to win, but Colts to cover. How about that?
I agree with you.
There you go.
Dolphins 8-5 at Buffalo, the night game on Saturday. Buffalo 10-3, Miami 8-5, Miami 2 straight losses. And for that, the Bills will be 7-point favorites at home, over under a 44. Kind of like the over there. Tua, Tyreek, Waddle, even though Waddle's been a little scary, but you're going to play him. And then Allen, Diggs. Playing anyone else on Buffalo
Well,
with
Gabe Davis is
confidence?
in a lineup. No,
I
not
don't.
no
I don't really
confidence.
want to. No. I
Yeah.
mean, just how the running game looked last week was just non-existent. So I think that's where I would draw the line if I could, at least.
Tua has looked a little shaky recently too.
So have you seen what they've been doing? And I don't know if the plan was put out there by San Francisco, but they're dropping linebackers. And
I saw they're dropping linebackers and they were pressing Tyreek at the line.
so it's just creating, a lot of throws have kind of been Tua puts in for his very fast wide receivers. Obviously, they have their motions and pre-play motion to get guys open running across the field, but Tua's having a tough time fitting those balls in between the linebackers that are driving back and the secondary. So it's created problems for Miami. And you would assume a pretty good linebacker core. Matt Milano, who else? Edmonds is up there. So you assume they do the same thing. I think I'm going to take Buffalo here.
I'm going Dolphins to cover +7. Dolphins are still a real good football team. The Bills have not looked like world beaters lately either. So I think it'll be a close game. Divisional matchup. I'm going, yeah, it's a close game.
Yeah, I'm riding with the close game too. I'm kind of in the spot where you were saying where I think the Bills will win, but I do think it'll be a close game. So I'm going to say that the Dolphins would keep it within a touchdown.
Let's get to Sunday. The Eagles 12-1 at the 3-10 Chicago Bears. Hell of a matchup for quarterbacks, and Justin Fields is back just in time for the first round of playoffs.
Just in time.
Woo! Justin Fields is the leading rusher and passer for the Bears. So how about that? The Bears are 9-point dogs at home, over under 48.5. I mean, you could list off a lot of people you're playing this game. For the Eagles, it's Hurts, Sanders, Brown, Smith, Goddard if he's playing. For the Bears, it's Fields, Montgomery.
Yeah.
Not touching anything in the passing game.
Negative. But I think Montgomery's in for sure.
Montgomery, yeah.
I don't know if it's going to be a great day for Montgomery.
I think he should get
maybe
enough
Cole Kmet.
catches, though.
Cole Kmet could be a nice flyer tight
in
end.
the tight end world.
And,
I just don't
game
know who else they're
script,
throwing to.
game script is probably going to dictate a lot more passes for the Bears.
What did you say the line was? Sorry to cut you off, Jax.
9.
The Eagles are just jumping on teams early. I mean, they're up 21-0 within their first 3 possessions at this point. So I don't know how many touches Montgomery's going to get. He might catch 7+ balls, which I like him for that. But I mean, pass catching over there, there's nobody I want, but someone's got to catch the ball. There's going to be somebody.
Equanimous. And I'm going to go ahead and jump out because this is, if I was Andy Holloway on the Fantasy Footballers, I would have just played the drop of my almost upset of the week because I think that the Bears are going to come out swinging.
Please.
On the goddamn Eagles. So I know they probably won't come out swinging. It'll probably be a backdoor cover, but I do think that the Bears keep this close. I think this will be a much better NFL game than people are thinking, and I'm actually going to ride with the Bears to cover there.
Love it.
I'll take the Eagles. I think the Bears, they just don't have any defense.
Yeah, I got to roll Eagles too, but I hope you're right, Joey, because I'm sick of this city.
Sick of it. Ooh, let's go to the old down in the New Orleans. Falcons 5-8 in New Orleans for the 4-9. New Orleans Saints. Goodness,
I hate this game. I just
get Andy Dalton the hell off the field, please.
This whole division sucks. Both these teams have a great chance of still winning the division. Could you believe that? Saints are 4-point favorites, 43.5. Desmond Ridder, Joe, will be playing for the Falcons. That's got to be something you're looking forward to.
That is something I'm looking forward to. I told you about it when we heard that he was going to be a starter. I was into him coming out of college.
Oh,
I wanted him to be like that. I wanted him to be on Washington. Didn't happen, but I'm excited to see what he's got. Obviously, first NFL start, can't expect too much, but the line
Kamara
is kind of tricky.
Dreadful.
Yeah,
absolutely dreadful.
Please
Give the ball
Give
to Taysom
Alvin
Hill.
Kamara the ball in space.
Give
I
the ball
don't
to Taysom Hill.
understand.
With that being said, I actually really like Jackson. I think he has a lot of good matchups coming down here, and I think Kamara could be a good difference maker here for people late in the playoffs. So unfortunately for you, Jackson, it's not going to be the damn thing this week.
I'm just looking for
Olave,
signs of life.
we got to see what Ritter can do for the Atlanta passing to make London a thing. Olave is still a good play here. These are two pretty bad defenses, at least bottom third. So
Yeah.
let's just hope for scoring, I'd say.
But
Yes.
I'm
Not
gonna
a ton of
go
people
ahead
start
and
here.
I'm gonna go ahead and go against my own wishes, I guess I'll say, because I don't think that the Saints, although their defense hasn't been as much or like as stellar as you would have assumed in prior years, but I don't think that a rookie quarterback is going to be able to
No.
come in and really do too much against the New Orleans defense, a division game like this. So I think I'm riding with the Saints there, even though I do wish Desmond Ritter good luck.
Yeah, I like the Falcons to cover 4.5. I think it's gonna be a close game.
Only question here, and I'll take the Falcons. Where would you rank someone like Cordell Patterson, who it's very odd. He came back and was the guy for a hot second, but now he's like it's a 4-way timeshare. I wouldn't really want to start him at all.
No, I mean, I think when you get down to the numbers with no teams on bye, he might even be out of RB2 range at this point with how many other guys could be started. Yeah, I mean, he's kind of a break glass of emergency kind of guy in my eyes. I think if Atkins has the ability to, I think he would put
Get out of
in
that.
Damian Harris if Damian Harris plays or Monday's out and get out of Cordero. I would
Yeah.
assume so.
I don't think Cordarrelle's like the worst flex play ever. I mean, he's definitely nothing sexy about him, but again, they got to, I just feel like someone's got to be the star there. If they're not going to get the ball to London, they got to get the ball to somebody. I don't hate it. I mean, don't love it. Don't get me wrong, but like RB25.
The Meadowlands, Detroit 6-7. They go to play the 7-6 New York Jets. Both these teams fighting for playoff opportunities. The Jets are favored by 1.5. 44.5 over under. And when you see Jets lines at the beginning of the year, I don't think you'd be thinking there's a lot of fantasy options here, but there is.
Mm-mm.
Garrett Wilson's been good. Obviously, Amon-Ra. The backfield's real scary for Detroit, but for the Jets,
Yes, it is.
Bam Knight is a real guy here. And I don't know where. I think I like Jake's play here because I don't think Goff can be great on the road against a good Jets defense.
Yeah, I
You
agree.
guys agree with that?
I mean, this is gonna be a matchup of pure grit. Whichever team simply
grittiest.
wants this win more is going to win this game, and I have no idea who it's going to be. But
This is an official Milk with Ice audition, by the way. If Mike White wants a possible chance at a ring this year, he better show up.
I'd say obviously Amon-Ra and Wilson are definitely playing. Here's my thing real quick. Rank these three running backs how you'd start them. I have it in my head. Bam Knight, Jamal Williams, DeAndre Swift.
Bam 1, DeAndre 2, Swift 3. I mean,
That's mine
DeAndre
as well.
2, Jamal 3.
That's mine.
That's mine as well.
Good. I think I'll take the Jets here.
I'm sorry I've done this again, but what's the line? I don't have any. I don't have
It's
my
1.5
phone. I don't have
for
my
the
phone,
Jets.
so and it's in New York, aka Jersey.
Tough weather.
AKA Cherry Hill, AKA
It's,
Philadelphia. Game's
rain
pretty
is
much for Philly.
expected.
aka the Big Apple. All right, so I understand. I'm there now.
AKA in the Superdome.
Ugh, give me the Lions, man. Give me the Lions. Come on, Jared.
Give me those jungle cats.
Come on, Jared.
It's supposed to rain. I'm going Jets because I like their ground game better.
Let's go to a real gross game. The Pittsburgh Steelers are 5-8 at the 5-8 Carolina Panthers. And maybe the most meaningless game of the week.
Woo!
Ooh-wee. The Steelers, this is a shocking one, I will say. Panthers are favored by 3 points.
That is shocking.
I think
I guess
that's the
they
Mitch
just beat-
Trubisky effect.
Mike Tomlin
Yeah.
as underdog, baby. Give it to me already.
Yeah, I think I would take the Steelers already here. And I guess because Panthers did just go into Seattle and win, they're playing better. They're not out of the division by
Pure letdown spot, though.
Oh, yeah. 37.5 point over under.
You're starting nobody in Carolina.
Najee
You're starting nobody.
Deontay, and Pickens looks good.
Deonta Foreman and Chuba Hubbard have been in like a 50-50
And
split.
Blackshear got a touchdown last week.
You can't feel confident starting any
No.
of Chuba or Deonta.
So here's where it's weird though. We obviously probably a little more talent, but kind of similar in with the Seattle wide receivers with DK and Lockett. They got it done. Deontay and George Pickens kind of match up. Deontay kind of that Lockett, same kind of build, same kind of receiver, and George Pickens is the bigger guy. I think
JV version.
Yeah, okay. I think they're both playable. I think I'd rather have Pickens.
I do like if it's Trubisky, I do like
I think
Pittsburgh's wide
Deontay.
receivers better.
I think Deontay kind of has a better connection with uh Mitch than he did Kenny, but they're not terrible starts in a good matchup. DJ Moore, I don't think he's going to play. You wouldn't want anyone else out there. I don't think you're taking a flyer on Shy Smith.
Negative.
Pickens is frustrating for me because he makes a play once a game where you're like, holy shit, this guy's good. But it's like they don't get him the ball enough.
Yeah, then he gets frustrated, and Mike Tomlin doesn't not play that.
No.
It's like Chase Claypool when Chase Claypool wanted to play music at practice.
Yeah, I think we're just going to go ahead and worry about playing football.
A couple months later, he's gone.
Yeah. So staying away from the backfield then in Carolina as well.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so. But I'm on the Steelers there.
Let's go Steelers. I'm also on Steelers.
Dallas is in Jacksonville. 10-3 Cowboys at the 5-8 Jaguars. What'd you say?
So it's Yourville. I was talking to Jax.
Oh.
Yeah.
I kind of like, let's see what it is. It's only 4. Cowboys are 4-point favorites.
This is my upset of the week.
Okay. 47.5. They had
Golly.
trouble with the Texans. Man, have I really liked Trevor Lawrence.
Dude, with what's happened to my roster, I'd be lying if I didn't have a little itty bitty voice in my head saying, just freaking see what happens. Dude, Trevor Lawrence could just go. This could be an offensive like marathon in this game. If Jacksonville's able to keep up, I think Dallas should have no problem scoring on Jacksonville. And it's just if Jacksonville can keep up.
I hate this.
Trevor Lawrence, I mean, but I don't know how I could go off Joe B. I love him.
I don't know how I can pick in my other league. Sorry, everyone listening wanting to hear about this, but I got either Trevor Lawrence against the Cowboys or Kirk Cousins against the Colts.
Trevor Lawrence. I would go Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah,
I think I'm going to go T-Law.
I think Trevor Lawrence. Woo! I think Trevor Lawrence down the stretch is a Joe Burrow last season league winner.
Stop saying this. Stop it.
Yeah, well, you have Joe Burrow, so you have nothing to worry about. You're starting him. Don't be stupid.
All right, so here's what I'm going to say though. Travis Etienne is very interesting because he's been bad, and this is a good defense. I think I'd be trying to look for ways out of this.
I wouldn't go Etienne. You could
Christian Kirk. I think he can play.
Start Kirk. You could flex Zay Jones. I think you could get away with that.
I don't like that.
If he needs to stop dropping the ball, though.
I'm in with it.
For Dallas, it's Pollard.
Oh, and Ingram. Start Ingram.
Pollard and Zeke is still good. Dak is kind of a middle of the road just because they've been running the ball so well, and so is CeeDee Lamb. The thing with Trevor Lawrence is it's just such a not a great matchup, but he's been white hot. And I will say, Clemson, man, I was always support. Everyone was shit talking him this year. His stats, he's thrown for 3,200 yards, 20 TDs to 6 picks. Give the man his credit.
He's got the most punchable face in the NFL. I just want to drop him. Have you
heard the video of him shit talking on Twitter?
No.
Oh, it's so bad. I just remember one of the
you are not very good at football.
He's like talking on the sidelines to some of his players. I think the first one was like Marvin Jones, and he's like, dude, we're gonna shred him. Just like talking like that.
Yeah.
And then he's talking to somebody on the defense of whoever they're playing. I don't know what it is, and he's like, yeah, 52, hit me. I like it. I play better when you hit me.
Your ass is grass, pal.
Yeah, it just wasn't good. It just didn't seem like it really rolled off the tongue very well.
Let's get to a very interesting game. The 10-3 Kansas City Chiefs are in Houston. 1-11-1 Texans. The line, 14-point favorite, are the Chiefs, over under 49. I don't think you're playing a single Kansas City Chief unless you're real desperate and people are out. I did see Brandon Cooks and Nico Collins did not practice again today, so
you said Kansas City Chief.
Yeah, you said Chief.
Sorry, the Texans. Joe, I'd be scared to play Chris Moore. I don't think I'd be wanting.
Yeah, dude, I don't want to.
Obviously, somebody has to do something.
I didn't even touch on
my healthy roster right now.
I prefer Elijah Moore over Chris Moore. I'd say he had a lot of targets last week. Elijah Moore, I think he had more than 10. He has potential to be
Chris
something.
Moore had that too.
Yeah, he also
But I
plays
hear
for
you.
the Houston Texans.
I know,
There's
but
also nobody out there
but
running routes for them.
yeah, but what's possible is Corey Davis coming back. He is in protocol still. He's not really highlighted because he's not really crazy. He hasn't been somebody that's been played all that much, but
You know who's a smash start?
I don't.
Isaiah freaking Pacheco.
Yeah, he
Yes,
is.
he is. This game
Oh
script.
my God. Don't you wish you had him, Joe?
I do in one of my other leagues that I'm in actually, and I'm determining between. I have Lockett, Michael Pittman, and Isaiah Pacheco. I could play any of three of those in the flex.
Hmm.
Do you guys have an opinion?
I think game script tells me Pacheco. Pacheco or Pitt. Or Lockett, you said? Fuck.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
that's tough.
at the moment, yeah, I have a whole dilemma. I could go over on my three, four fantasy leagues I'm in. One of them is a dynasty league, so I don't really talk about that one that much. But my other three leagues that are all redraft, I'm in the playoffs for all of them, luckily. But I have so many player turnover, it's insane.
I'll go Lockett, Pacheco, Pittman as the way I rank that.
Wow, that's actually
I feel
strange.
like I have to go. Yeah, Lockett number one. He scored a touchdown like 6 straight weeks. I don't know how
I
you
know,
sit
dude.
him.
I just don't think Lockett is gonna have a day. Currently, you want to know what I did yesterday? I took Lockett out and I put Pittman in against the Vikings. That's what my roster
This
looks like
guy's a
right now with
psycho.
Pittman in. I
This guy's
know.
a psychopath.
The third ranked guy you picked out of the three.
Yeah, I don't know how you picked this with 14 points just because it didn't work last week. So, I mean, I really would not want to make a pick here. I guess I'll take the Texans plus 14, but that doesn't sound right. But I
I
don't
think
think
the Chiefs are different from Dallas. Is that the Chiefs doesn't matter who they
they
are.
don't have a great defense. Yeah, okay,
I
whatever. The
know,
Chiefs
but their
minus 14.
offense, dude. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
that's where I'm at. I
Yeah,
think this is
I'm
a
rolling
21.
Chiefs.
This is like a 32 to 9 game.
I'm going 34-17. Chiefs win.
Okay, book it. Let's get to Denver. We don't need to say anything. You're playing the people in
Are you
Kansas
playing
City.
Judy?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, we're
Why
moving on. Sorry.
Judy? What?
You said Denver. I was getting ahead of myself.
Well,
I'm
I was
sorry.
talking about the last game, but like, there's no one else. But no, I'm not playing Judy because I don't care like about my. I like him this week,
Judy Patootie.
but that doesn't matter because I'm the only league I have Judy in. I'm no longer in contention.
Well,
But
I
the
just
Arizona
meant in
Cardinals
general.
are 4-9, playing the 3-10 Denver Broncos, who are eliminated, the third team eliminated out of the NFL.
They fucking suck.
I don't. Did we see anything on Russ? Is he playing this week?
No, he's stupid.
The Cardinals are. You're not gonna believe this, but the Broncos are 3-point favorites at home. Over under a 37. In a game that could be Brett Rippon versus Colt
Offense
McCoy.
is gonna flow like the freaking Nile River. Let me tell you, Brett Rippon is going to beat the Arizona Cardinals by 2 touchdowns. It's gonna be crazy, actually. Just
I don't
saying
know
it.
who you play. I really don't know. This is just. I mean, I guess you're
You're
gonna
playing
fire up
D-Hop.
James Conner.
D
Jerry
Hop.
Judy,
James Conner
Greg
did it against a
Dulcich.
good rush defense in New England, so you're gonna
Yeah,
play
James
him.
Conner's in.
Dulcich is a smash play this week against
Yep.
Cardinals tight end defense.
I think
Smash
You
play.
got to play Jerry Judy, I guess, too.
Jerry Judy, Greg Dulcich, and then you guys hit it on the other side.
Uh,
I guess give me the.
I'm
I
taking
don't
the
know.
Broncos, dude.
I like
I-
Cardinals here. Colt
I
McCoy
just-
is a functional person. I'm going to go with
Russell
Cardinals.
Wilson is an absolute menace to society.
Give me the Broncos.
Brett Rippon is going to bring so much energy to this team without even saying a word.
Rah rah.
Brett Rippon is getting the win, 8+ points.
Oh,
I
boy.
said 2
Plus.
touchdowns, but I lowered the bar a little bit.
Patriots at the Raiders, 7-6. New England, 5-8. Vegas. Oh, it's a little come on home. I guess he's not going to New England, but it's Belichick versus McDaniels.
Yeah.
Patriots +1 over under 44.5. You're gonna play Josh Jacobs, Devontae Adams, maybe Waller if you're feeling crazy, and then who you play in New England's based on who's playing.
Yeah.
We don't know yet, so
It could very
give me the
possibly
Raiders.
be nobody.
I want the Raiders.
This is my stone cold lock of the century of the week. The Raiders are winning.
yes,
Raiders are
I love
winning
it.
this
I
game.
love it.
Wow, for real?
The Raiders are winning this game.
Well, can I ask quickly what your like mindset is on that?
My mindset
Drunk.
is that I don't
He's
I don't
drunk.
like the Patriots. I think Judon is having an incredible year. Their defense is good, whatever. Belichick's whole thing is he shuts down your best player, right? Who's he going to pick? Because whoever he doesn't pick is going to go the fuck off.
Yeah.
And I just think that's how it's going to be.
He's gonna pick Derek Carr.
It ain't no guess. That's what it's going to be.
Mud Dogs winning the Bourbon Bowl. Give me the freaking Patriots Mortal lock of the year, my ass, buddy.
We're flying through some of these games because there's just not a lot of fantasy options, and some of them are just obvious. So Tennessee at the Chargers, 7-6 Tennessee at 7-6.
Get Derrick Henry on the bench.
The sky is falling.
You're playing
The
Derrick
sky is
Henry, and
falling.
I think that's all you're playing. Maybe Chig. Chig is the only guy that's up in the.
You know what does worry me about him? If Treylon Burks is back,
Yeah.
Treylon, it's just a little like who knows what could happen. Can they really have two options that you'd be?
Treylon Burks has been the option down the field more. That's only my only thing I'd say.
With
Chig is
Treylon Burks, I'm following injury report because Derwin James did miss last week and he hasn't practiced yet. If Derwin James is out, I actually really like Treylon Burks this week as just like a flex play.
As long as he plays as well, because he's still trying to get back.
Right. Yeah, I was at that game. He got fucked up.
Neither of them are playing, so I'm going to play Chig. All right. Yeah, that'd be the case. On LA side, Herbert, Eckler. I don't know what to do with Palmer, but I definitely have Mike Williams and Keenan Allen in.
Yeah, and Gerald. I think Gerald Everett, just because of the tight end world, I think he's easily startable.
Never said this, but the Chargers are 3-point favorites over under 46.5. Ooh, that's tough because the Tennessee Titans are just a weird team.
Give me the Chargers.
Chargers get their swagger back last week.
I always have a weird little thing with the Chargers. Ever since last year, I've just decided I'm a partial Chargers fan, so ride with the Chargers.
I'm just gonna say I like the under in this game. I'm not making a pick. 46 is really high.
Okay. Cincinnati 9-4, going down to Tampa Bay 6-7. They're leading the division.
Yeah, unbelievable.
3.5-point favorites are the Bengals on the road. Over under 44. Joe Burrow, you're playing. Joe Mixon, you're playing. Jamar Chase, obviously. And then after that, it's wait and see with T. Higgins. Man, has Mike Evans been bad.
Yeah.
Horrible.
And Tom has not been that good either. I think the only people you really have to play here, I think, are Chris Godwin.
Yep.
And I think Rachaad White, depending on what options you have, but Rachaad White is a good play.
Yeah. If you're in the playoffs right now, you have Mike Evans, you're there despite him. You made it through without him. I would not play Mike Evans. I think if you are streaming tight ends, Kate Otton's not the worst person in the world to go to. But I'm staying away from everybody else besides Godwin and White as well.
I would say,
I don't have anything else to say besides that. I'm
give me Bengals minus 3.5. Get Tom Brady's dick out of your mouth, Las Vegas. He sucks.
Bucks do suck.
Let's get to prime time Sunday night football, and it's just so good that these two guys are here.
Let's go, baby.
7-5-1 New York Football
No,
Giants
I don't want to tie.
against the 7-5-1 Washington Commanders. These two teams tied 2 weeks ago in the great state of New Jersey, and now they're meeting up in Maryland. That's right. Neither of these two teams play in the place that they claim to be from. Woo-wee, let's go. 4.5-point favorites are the Commanders, 40.5.
Dang, the disrespect.
Yeah. That's higher than I thought.
Jeez, that is way higher than I thought.
Saquon's feeling a little better? Is that what I've heard recently?
His neck's tightened up, actually.
I believe he's practiced.
Idea.
He's practiced in full.
I think he's
fine. I was just kidding.
Huge playoff implications. These two teams deadlocked. I think does Washington over them right now for some tiebreaker? Okay, probably conference or
because Seattle lost, we both bumped up. Even though the Giants lost, they still bumped up, and we were on bye. We bumped up 2 spots because Seattle lost.
And you have us in divisional games because you beat the Eagles.
Correct.
So I'm going to take the dead tie. I know it's crazy, but I think
that's awesome.
I don't know what I'd take here. As far as fantasy options, I wouldn't say there's a ton. McLaurin, B-Rob.
You have to start Saquon, and I'm scared to start him.
But after that, everything's kind of, very suspect on the other side. And even McLaurin, I wouldn't say is like a smash start. You'll probably play him as a wide receiver 2 or flex, but I think this game will kind of look like it did 2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
except I think someone will win this time.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
I would take a tie right now.
Oh, I don't know. I really don't know. I'm going to take... I don't want to pick. I really don't want to pick, but I guess...
This is going to be a shock, but I'm actually
going to... You don't say it.
I'm actually going to go with the gigantic dub for the Washington Commanders, baby.
I think I was leaning Giants. I picked the Giants last time. I think the Giants should have won the game last time.
I got Jackson for a second there.
The Giants have lost
This
their
line
way.
is kind of gross, though. I
I'll
did
take the
not think it'd be
Giants to
that much.
cover. How about that?
Yeah, I'll also take the Giants cover. I think it's a close game
Yeah, I'm gonna take the goddamn Commanders.
in a blowout, huh?
No,
And why don't we
but
just
I just hope they win.
do this real quick? I know we haven't done it all year, but let's just do the Monday football game real quick. It's an easy one. Rams
Sure.
at the Packers. It's playoff time. We might as well cover everything. You're not starting a goddamn person on the LA Rams.
You could
Who's
start
starting?
Akers in the flex. You could flex
That's
Akers.
terrible. He scored a
I don't
touchdown
wanna.
and still under 10 points.
I don't want to.
No, thank you. Packers are 7-point favorites, 39.5. The only reason I want to talk about this game is, Aaron Jones and Christian Watson. They're back off by just in time. I like both of them.
Hopefully,
Lazard,
Lazard. I hope.
it's okay. I think the higher ceiling is with the other two players, but I'll take the Packers.
What was the line? I'm sorry.
7.
I'm the worst.
7.
It's
big. I just don't like the Rams at all.
So
They're coming off their best game of the year when they beat them.
I
That's
think
true.
that Matt Stafford has played his last game as an LA Ram. I absolutely loved how Baker looked. I think McVay is the right coach. Listen to me. I think McVay is the right coach for Baker, and I'm taking Rams +7.
I'll take the Rams +7. You kind of swayed me a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. I like a good storyline, and I think that the Packers
like it.
stink on ice. So
I
I'm
went
fine
from
with it. I'm fine with it.
I went from absolutely hating Baker Mayfield all season long to after this one game on the Rams, I'm all in rooting for him.
Dude, I said in the group chat, I was
nothing but
like,
love for
I'm
him.
like, there's no explanation for why I'm so incredibly happy for this Baker Mayfield comeback win. But I was.
It's not like he's like he doesn't want it. Like he's so competitive. Like you can see that it hurts him to lose. So I
Yeah.
really like him and McVay together.
Yeah, I like it. Rams +7, Jax. Let's go.
All right, that's gonna do it here for today. The playoff preview. Jax, we got a Twitter, don't we?
I was just gonna say that. I was gonna say, Jax, can you let them know where they can find this stuff?
Yeah. So these handsome gentlemen are on Twitter at EastSideFF, capital E, capital S, double capital on the F. Lovely
double F.
Dub F. Lovely Nick Testoni edits his little baby boy titties off, and he posts this to YouTube and Apple Music or Apple Podcasts.
Yep.
There you go. Not a song.
We have
sorry
albums.
Spotify users, you can suck it. All right, because we're Apple sponsored. Thank you to St. James for sponsoring this video.
Yeah, shout out St. James for real. That was tough.
We'll expect your check in the mail.
Yeah. Joe, you got anything to say before your big matchup this weekend?
Oof. You guys already know what happened if I started him or not. I hope I made the right decision. You know who I'm talking about.
Joey, please win.
Well, that'll just about do it. About time for us to be hitting the old dusty trail. I'm Nick
It all
Testoni,
damage we could do here.
joined by my co-host, as always, Joe Breider, and the special guest this week, Jackson Edelman, the Eastside Fantasy Football Podcast. We're out.
Thanks,
Milk
Jax.
with ice. Milk with ice.